Join me outside as I continue this video look into setting up the Hennessey Super Shelter on my own Hennessey Explorer. I've wondered about whether or not that pad would really be a problem getting into and out of the hammock. And as you can see, there is a little bit of an overlap into the slit, but it's really not too bad. And it's easy enough to just kind of push aside. That pad is pretty flexible. I'm going to set about taking this apart, kind of showing it in reverse. So the first thing we'll do is we'll disconnect those side tie-outs on the Hennessey hammock. And then we'll pull the line through the undercover. There's a little hole right there. Pull the lines through the undercover, and then we'll pull the line through the tie-out loop on the pad, and then we'll pull the line through the grommet on my do-it-yourself overcover. We'll get that overcover out of the way, and you can see how I've got that pad set up, and there's a heat sheet blanket on top of it. But as near as I can tell, those side tie-outs just simply slide right through the loops, and we do the same thing over on the other side. Now, this is where things start getting a little fuzzy for me. First of all, let's get the hammock out of the undercover. And we'll just pick it up, move it right out of the way. Now that gives us the undercover as free space to work. Then we'll take the heat sheet blanket, and we'll get that folded up. Now we just have the pad in that undercover, and we need to disconnect the two end elastics for that, and they unclip from the tie, from the tarp ties, tarp hooks, and pull right down through the channels on the end of the shelter. Now, at this point, the pad is lying in there pretty much in a folded shape anyway. So you just fold that pad down like so, and then starting from one end or the other, and make sure that you always start from the same end so you don't get confused. I like to start from the foot end. Just kind of roll this pad up. Now my understanding is that it can take some practice to do this and get it into a small enough bundle that you can really handle it. But you don't want to make it too small, because after all, you don't want to compress the foam and stress that. To install this, what you would do is get the hammock out of the under cover, put your pad in, and because you ended with the head end, you start with the head end, roll it down, unfold it and get it properly adjusted. And then these elastics slide up through the tunnels on the end and go back to that tarp hook. After you've got the pad taken care of and everything else done, then you can start putting the hammock away. Much the same way as you did with the tarp. You just kind of start rolling. Reach up and grab the snake skin pull it down over the hammock and the undercover and all. Come back down to the other end and again start rolling, trying to pull those air pockets out so you don't have as much to mess with. Pull those snake skins down and just kind of wad up that mess in the middle. Get it all stuffed inside the snake skin. And there, you're ready to go. I'll hang my pack and things like that from the ridge line, and I've done something to help me keep track of where I am. I've got a black beaner here on the foot end, and then as I walk down to the head end, you'll notice that I've got a red or a colored beaner on this end. That way, when I'm coming into camp looking at my hammock all rolled up in its snake skins, I can look at that red beaner and I can say, that's the head, and I can look at the black beaner and say, that's the foot. I'd like to thank the members of HammockForums.net for their help and advice in terms of installing my own super shelter. I hope this video is helpful to others.